Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing Resident Evil 7 on the GeForce GTX 1060, 6GB for FPS monitoring. I'll be using CAM. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the CAM logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more. So Resident Evil 7, I'll do 1080p, 1440p and 4K. To skip to those sections of the video, check the description below. One thing I need to mention, there will be spoilers in this video. I'll be doing a boss fight and running a couple corridors, but the boss fight is a spoiler, so if you want to avoid that spoiler, check the description below to know when the boss fight takes place, so you can skip it. So for 1080p and 1440p I was targeting 60 frames per second, and I was able to hit that target. For 1080p I only had to lower the shadows from very high to high. You'll see that I show the difference between those two settings. Very high shadows was like 30 frames per second, and then when I swapped to high it was like over 70 FPS, which is insane. There must be a bug or something like that, we don't know. Then with the rest cranked up I was able to hit 60 frames per second. Then at 1440p, if I wanted to maintain 60 frames per second, I had to lower the ambient occlusion from HVAO plus to SSAO and the volumetric lighting from high to low. And then at 4K it was impossible to hit 60 frames per second constant. I overclocked the GTX 1060 in order to be able to get the best performance. But at 4K it was impossible to get 60s, even at lowest setting, so I tweaked the game a little bit to get 40 to 60 frames per second. And then I show you my configuration to target 30 frames per second, so we get better visuals at 4K. But now I'm going to talk to you about the graphics options menu, so you know what to turn on or off, depending on what experience you want to have. So you know how to tweak it by yourself. So in the options menu first we have the resolution. We also have an FOV option up to 90 degrees, so that's good to have. On texture quality we have very low, low, medium, high and very high, which is interesting. Medium was the option I had to choose for 4GB cards. If I use high or very high on the 4GB cards, the game has a lot of freezes and stuttering due to the huge amount of VRAM that it's using, which is above the usage that the card allows. So medium works best for 4GB cards. Then if you have a 2GB of VRAM card, you'll need to play with low textures, since medium textures use over 3GB. Then we get mesh quality. Instead of using very high, I suggest using high. It avoids some drops in the frame rate and it doesn't look that much different. Then we have Anti-Aliasing, which you have to choose one, there is no turning off option. If you want the best performance, use TAA, which is temporal anti-aliasing. You also have TAA plus FXAA, FXAA and SMAA. SMAA is the worst performing of all the options. Then we have depth of field. This game uses depth of field quite a lot, so if you want a small performance boost, you might want to turn it off. I don't know, if you're at 55 frames per second, you might get to 58, 59. Then we have shadow quality from very low to very high. If you want to choose very high, you might want to have a very powerful GPU, since very high shadows kill performance. In comparison to high, it's like a 20 FPS difference, which is insane, and they don't look that much different. So I suggest using high on most cases. If you use medium or low, the shadows start having some artifacts, some lines in the shadows, like they were not correctly rendered, I don't know. Then we have shadow cache, just stores the static shadows. This usually uses a lot of VRAM, but in this case I just found it to have a good FPS boost. I tried this on 2GB cards and it worked totally fine. For some reason, I don't know why it works so well. I suggest just trying it yourself. It might vary from system to system. Turn it off, see the performance, then turn it on and see the performance. Personally, I found a great FPS boost turning this on, so I suggest you try it out. Then we got ambient occlusion, variable, SSAO, HVAO plus or off. If you're having performance issues, use variable or turn it off. HVAO plus is for high-end cards. Then volumetric lighting, we got off, low or high. This is used a lot throughout the game, so I suggest using low, and if you're having performance issues, turn it off. High doesn't offer that much of a difference from low. And finally we have reflections. We have off, variable or on. If you have off, well, most of the reflections are gone. Variable has some extra reflections, but most of the dynamic ones are not there. And well, on has some screen space reflections, it seems, but they are very subtle. Personally, I think variable is the best option. From variable to on, we have a big difference in performance. So if you're having performance issues, turn this off or put it on variable. But yeah, overall, this game has a good options menu, a lot of options here and there. It runs fine for what I could see on most cards. You'll see when I keep uploading videos on this game. In comparison to the demo, it runs a little better. You visit the same map as the demo at the beginning of the game and you have a little better performance. But I play a couple hours of the game to get to a more demanding area, and you will find more demanding areas. That's why I kept playing to see if I could find a difference. There might be more demanding areas since I didn't finish the game at all. So if you find a more demanding area, please let me know. So I add that in the description below. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Alright.
Oh, and that thing on your wrist is a codex. Don't lose it. It's important.
Hell of a girl.
Hey! Hey, you! Hey, over here!
Hey, you gotta help me.
Take it. That's all you're gonna get. Now go. Garage. Now.
What am I gonna do with a knife? Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Now first you need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night.
Me? What about you?
No, it's my job. Won't you do your job and tell me? Answer my questions.
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
Try me. Hey, put that door back up. Put
Wait.
that door back up. What are you doing?
Fuck it! I'm gonna kill every one of you! Ah, shit! Nice car, Ethan! Fuck! Let's finish this, you and I. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
No!
boy. Now.
Do I have your attention, boy? You're about to see something wonderful. Whoa.
Fuck!
You did good, Ethan.
Zoe, right? And what the fuck are these?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive. You gotta get out of that house. There might be a way out through the main hall.
All right.
Oh, and that thing on your wrist is a codex. Don't lose it. It's important.
Hell of a girl.
Hey,
Hey, you gotta help me.
that's all you gonna get. Now go, garage, now.
What am I gonna do with a knife? Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Now first you need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night.
Me? What about you?
No, it's my job. Won't you do your job and tell me? Answer my questions.
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
Try me. Hey, put that door back up. Put
Wait.
that door back up. What are you doing?
Fuck it. I'm gonna kill every one of you. Motherfucker! All right, bring it on!
Nice car, Ethan. Let's finish this, you and I.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride.
No, 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 no!
Do I have your attention, boy? You're about to see something wonderful.
Fuck!